Building God, building God, building God.
Jesus is throughout the Old Testament ready to be discovered, and he seems to talk about it like it's something that you should be noticing as you read through the Bible. Let me explain to you what we're doing. We're about to start a new series, something I'm very excited about doing, even though I'm not entirely sure how it's going to play out as we kind of unpack it and go through it. The series is going to be on the topic of how to find Jesus in the Old Testament. That's like the easy to grasp title. A more fancy title would be The Theology of Typology. And what we're going to do is we're going to tackle this issue of Jesus in the Old Testament. That is God purposefully and deliberately placing content in the Old Testament that was meant to be clear and even sometimes unclear pictures of Jesus, analogies of Jesus, appearances, theophanies, that sort of thing. All of the above, teaching that's related to him in some way, that this is throughout the Old Testament. And I think this is a very exciting thing to study. I think there's something about it that just ministers to our spirit. Like when you're getting to Jesus in the Old Testament, there's something very exciting about it. It's also, I think, neglected. I think that we tend to not do this very much. And when you think about it, you're like, yeah, I'll study a whole book of the Old Testament and not necessarily be thinking that much about this issue. Or maybe not be equipped with the ability to think very well about the issue. Like, I don't know, how am I supposed to do this? How do I know I'm not just making stuff up? I'm not just like finding Jesus, right? The way I, discovered like an imaginary friend. Like, how do I know I'm not doing that? And so I want to talk about that as well. Because this is also, not only is it exciting and neglected, it's also a little dangerous. Because in a sense, we're almost telling people, I don't think I'm going to do this, but we're almost telling people read between the lines. And I've heard people say some interesting things. And sometimes I heard one person put it this way. Sometimes you're thinking, when they go to the Old Testament, they find some passage where it's referencing Jesus, at least in their opinion, and you think to yourself, is my pastor on to something? Or is my pastor on something? because I'm like going, I don't know about that, buddy.
Jesus is God, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus is God. Jesus is God. He is the Almighty God, the Most High God, one in essence with the Father and the Spirit.
Are you out of your mind?
Out to be the Son of God. They recognized that the claims he was making, and it's not just John, by the way. Some people say, see, this is just demonstrating John's doing his own thing, and he doesn't believe the same things as Matthew, Mark, and Luke. And
alone, are you crafting from the void, sculpting idols paranoid, chasing ghosts in ancient scrolls, losing sight of what is whole, what to say.
But John the Baptist is preparing a way for Jesus. He's saying that Jesus is Yahweh.
One true light cuts through the haze, and this build shatter the build a God, no. Build a God. Why? Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? Build a God. Build a God. Build a God.
Hebrews 1, 8-12.
But of the Son he says, your throne, O God, is forever and ever.